Hello and welcome to the FL Auto Blends 3D car creation channel. This is the next in the Comet FC panel van blender tutorial, and in this episode we're going to be doing the guide mesh for the front. We've already done the side and the door, but before we do that we'll tidy up the outliner. I've got that plane and that plane in the blueprint section, so got to set a collection up. So if we start from scratch so you can see what's happening, so right mouse click in this area, put in a new collection, and then double click it and we'll call it guide meshes. Guide meshes. Okay. Now this is the side guide mesh, so we'll rename that side guide, and then we'll drag that into the into this collection. Then this one is the front door guide, so double click that and press front door guide. Okay, now we'll drag that into here. Okay, so we now got, when we, if you want to hide these, it's ever so easy. You can just go to that, hide the old collection if you want to work on something else. So we've got that set up. So to start this, I'm going to be modelling from this point all the way around because it's a similar curvature. Obviously the windscreen is slightly different to the side panel here, so we'll start on there. So press tab to get into edit mode, scroll up, we'll choose this vertice and we'll press Control and press this vertice. Okay, so once we've got that, we'll press Shift and D to duplicate and left mouse to click it into place, and then press P, separate the selection, tab out of this, and then keep clicking here till we get this one new thing that we've just set up. So what should we call this one then? So we'll call this one front panel guide. Okay, so once we've got that, let's tab out. Let's just make sure everything, we want the origin to be in the center of the world on all of these, and it certainly is on those two, and it is on that. Okay, tab to go into edit mode, press A to select everything, and press 7 top. So what we're going to do is duplicate this again. So I'm going to press Control and D. I don't know if I did that. Hang on. So Shift D. Shift D, left mouse click, and then let's move it. So press 7 to get into top view, and let's just move this into place. So we're looking at this point here. So what I'm going to do is Shift twice, so that's highlighted in yellow, press 7, and we want this to be so we've got a different, obviously got a different curvature on the front there. Right, okay. So, yeah, it's obvious, isn't it? Right. So I'm going to pull this back to match these up. Right, so that's not going to work that way. So I'm going to grab these and pull them on the y-axis. Press B, middle mouse, move this all the way in, deselect this one, deselect that, deselect that, and finally that one. So what I'm going to do is just move these about a little bit until we get them in place. Okay, so this one it needs to be up here. So press G and move it to the underside of there. And let's press G twice to bring that up to around about here. So moving down, these two need to come in. So I'll grab those two together, bring them in, bring this one in. So pull it on the y-axis and this and this. Now these we've just got to sort of guess where the line is. Move that in, and also there, just sort of eyeball it, and finally bring that round to there. Okay, so what have we got? So we've got this. So what I want to do now is to press Alt and highlight that edge, press Shift and Alt and highlight that edge. I think before we do that we'll press N and put the main crease back down to 0 on this. That's just confusing the issue. So now we've got that, we'll go to Edge up here and press Bridge Edge Loops. Okay. Tab into edit mode and go to Object and Shade Smooth. Okay, so that's the first part of this, but we've got nowhere near the curvature we need as yet. As you can see, it's pulling it all the way in, and that's the reason is that because it's the subsurface on, subdivision surface is on. So, and we haven't got enough we haven't got enough vertices here or edge loops here to pull this out to that line. We know that line's correct and we know that line's correct. Okay, so it's not looking too bad though. Let's just zoom round just to make sure that that edge is a good continuation here on that edge, which it looks so. Looking good. I think these might just need to go in a little bit more down here after those two, but we'll see what happens, and we can always change that. So if we have a look at this bevel looks to be the same all the way around. I think ours is a little bit shallow at the front. So, shall we do it now? Yes, let's do it now. So I think we grab from here to here, and then press, let's move these out. Then let's press, so shift and select those two vertices, and then press the control key and shift and select that. Okay, so go to side view, actually these are okay, it's just these. Right, so it's just these two here, and is that one okay? Yeah, these two. No, not these two. These two are fine. So press B, deselect those. And all we're going to do is just pull these two in just a little bit. That's up too far. So about there. So let's have a look at it now. That's quite a bit better. Still might have to bring in a bit more, but we can do that anyway. So let's press Ctrl and R and put in about 4 loop cuts. So left mouse click twice to get those loop cuts in. Go to the front view, the top view. We'll take these, it's on top view, we're nowhere near right, are we? So 3. Let's have a look where we are here. I'm just going to take this out a tad, just a little bit. Go to top view. And that looks better. Okay, so this one. So Alt and left mouse click. Bring this back. Right, let's take away visibility of the subdivision surface and go into wireframe mode. And what I want to do is to make sure that that top one on all of these edge loops is at that point. So let's do this one. So we know we're getting that curve right. If we need to put more loop cuts in, we can. If we need to, we might need another one here. That's good. And finally this one. I'm going to put one in there. So this is going to go down a bit and across a bit. Let's have a look. So 7 solid. And that's a pretty good shape for the front. We'll join these obviously when we do the proper mesh, but so far that's looking pretty good. See, these, the bottom might need to come out a little bit. So some of these might need to come out a little bit. It's not looking too bad though. Press 7, go into solid. And there we are. So that's the front. I'm going to rename this to the front. What have we got it as now? Right, let's see what we've got it as now. Let's drag this over, just see. Front panel guide, so we'll call this the front lower panel guide. And in the next episode, we'll do the back. So let's have a look at this. It's always good to look at photographs after you've done a bit of modelling, just to see where you are. I mean, this doesn't look too bad actually. Once we've got this out. No, that shape's looking, that's looking fine. I'm happy with that. And there's enough it's pronounced enough there. It's got that nice little cut there. This is a nice shape, as you can see, for the, yeah, I think we've captured the front quite well. So that was just a quick session. We'll do very similar for the back in the next episode. Then we'll do this part and that part in one episode, and then we'll go to the roof guide mesh for the next. So thank you for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye.